I have a 25-year background in writing sales copy for dietary supplements. What are the pros and cons for buying e-commerce dietary supplement companies? Well, look, I think what you have is a great skill that you could bring to an existing company in exchange for equity. So I talked about this kind of consulting for equity play. You could bring that to the party and say, hey, look, I'll do this for you in exchange for a share in the company. And that's your foot in the door to then acquire the rest of them. I think e-commerce is a fascinating space to roll up in. It's one of those areas of tech that doesn't get massively high valuations. So most other tech businesses, they always come up with fantastical valuations on their business, but I think e-commerce is a bit more mature now and a bit more commoditized. And there's a lot of small businesses that reach a plateau and don't break beyond that. So there's a lot of subscale e-commerce companies. So I actually think it's quite a good area for doing a roll-up in. I think it's quite an exciting space. And obviously there's a lot of economies of scale. So, doing roll-ups in businesses where it doesn't make sense is always a challenge. I see people doing like roll up of nursery or childcare businesses. Well, nursery and childcare businesses, there's no economies of scale. You're restricted by the square feet of the place, and you have to have a certain number of teachers per kid. So if you have 10 of them or one of them, there's no extra economies you can drag out. You might be able to buy your toilet paper in bulk, but there's nothing else that you get out of that. It's a dumb thing to do a roll up in. But things like e-commerce, you've got warehousing, shipping, logistics, all of those kind of things where there's massive economies of scale in terms of bringing those things together. There's duplication in finance in so many roles that could be done. So it makes more sense as a roll up because there's a natural economy of scale that comes out of putting these things together.